I was just watching Yaki Awakening, and this brother, he just nailed it, man. Somebody asked him if he had a woman, and he was like, "Yeah, I got a woman." He was like, "But if I didn't have a woman, this is the type of woman I'd be looking for." And he said Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31, man. Let me tell you something. These young people, they are full of energy. They are full of ideas. A lot of them don't even want to be rappers. The reason why they carry on about being rappers and all this stuff is because music allows you to express yourself, and there's so much money to be made in it, you know, that that's the avenue that they feel like they need to go. They get ideas in their brain, in their head. They don't know what to do with it. And the only thing their parents could tell them is go get a job. Go get a fucking job. And I'm not going to lie. I tell my son to get a job also, but I tell him to work on his ideas as well. And I will back him up on his ideas. The way parents need to be mothers and fathers and not be parents, a pair that rents, is if you are accustomed to working on a job 20, 30, 40 years, and you know you haven't been fucking happy on your job and all the rest of it, you don't need to be telling your babies to do that. You need to see what ideas your babies have. You need to really cultivate their ideas. They're full of energy. Or if you have always had a dream, you know, like Michael Jackson, their father, Joe Jackson, he always had a dream of being a musician. He made that dream to come through his sons. He made that dream to come through his sons. And Tiger Woods' father made his dream to come through his son. Okay? This is how you have to be living as mothers and fathers, is to push your babies to do greater than what you did, not to get a fucking job. And if they don't have a dream, make them to fulfill your dream that you had when you was younger. But to do all of this, you have to have the right woman, the right man. Okay? And what I realize is a lot of people are broken. And I'm going to show you how to identify the broken people. The broken people are people that they're great people. They may be great people, but their imagination only goes so far. So a broken person could only help you to open a restaurant. An unbroken person can make you to have a franchise of restaurants. In my case, a broken woman could only help me to start a car wash. She could only help me to start a car wash. But an unbroken woman, her vision, her perception, her drive is so wide that she's like, baby, I see how we could open a bunch of these self-serving car washes. You see what I'm saying? A broken person, a parent, a pair that rents, is only going to tell their baby to go get a job or start you a little car wash or start you basically a self-employed business. Because remember, a self-employed business is a job. It's just a job that you own. It's still a job. It's just a job that you own. Okay? It's just a job that you own. And it's neither here nor there, because a lot of people choose regular jobs over self-employed because on a regular job, they get the benefits and everything. You know what I'm saying? When you self-employed, you got to, figure out your own benefits. But anyhow, when you try to be in a relationship, you got to figure out if you want a broken person or an unbroken person. And, like I say, people that don't have the drive to really be fruitful and really multiply are broken. They may seem normal. They got the beautiful car, the beautiful house, 10, 20, 30, 40 years on a job, all of that type of stuff. But soon as they retire, that's when they try to live life and go on trips and all this and the third. Meanwhile, you got people been living their best life their whole life. You got people been living their best life their whole life, from their 20s, 30s, 40s, because they've been at it with their dreams. They got a partner that been at it with them, fulfilling their dreams. You see what I'm saying? If you put me in a situation with a woman, and she been on a job 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, she about to retire, get $100,000 upfront plus her retirement, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm going to use that woman. I'm going to use her. Because I already know that she's not going to have the mental fortitude to help me make millions and billions of dollars. The only thing she'd be able to do is give me that $100,000 and I go find me a woman with the mental fortitude to turn that $100,000 into $100 million, $1 billion, okay? And you'll be surprised. It might be a homeless sister, homeless right now. It might be a sister that's homeless right now. And after you talk to her, man, you find out, she lost everything because she was trying to build this big business and, it just didn't work out, but she'll be back at it again. I would rather invest in a sister like that and work with her and fine tuning whatever business idea she have and use the money from the other woman that don't have the mental fortitude but have the money, and we just be a family and put that shit together and build an empire. I'm telling you, that's how it go. And then neither woman might be able to have babies. You get a third woman that's childbearing. She could have babies and make her have y'all babies. The shit just came to me, man. The shit just came to me. That's how that shit used to go. Okay? That is how that shit used to go. And even women operate like that. You got women, they got a man for money. They got another man to give them babies. That's the baby daddy. And then you got another man that teach them wisdom or whatever. An older man that teach them wisdom and stuff like that. That's how a lot of that shit goes, man. That is how a lot of that shit goes. You see what I'm saying? I could never be with a woman. With listening to what Yaki Awakening just said in Proverbs 31, I realized, and I thank God for my woman. I love you, baby. I thank God for my woman because my woman is that woman, Proverbs 31. Like, it made me to realize that she is that woman. Like, I manifested her. We manifested each other. We've known each other for a while, some years, but we finally got together. And, you gotta see, I'm the type of man that, I'm a Solomon. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Solomon. I'm a David type of dude. I'm a man of high statues, and high value and high capability. You see? So with me being this type of guy, I can't have like no regular female. You see what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have a female that's on her shit. I can't have no trifling ass female scamming, prostituting, used to prostitute, hoeing, used to hoe, scamming dudes out of money, just want to work a fucking job, or a regular job at that. I mean, I can't have no regular woman. I can't have no broken woman or a woman that haven't gotten over her trauma. I realize that. And, that shit ain't gonna last. It's not gonna last. I'm gonna outgrow her. I'm gonna see through her bullshit real fast. You know what I'm saying? She gonna realize I see through her bullshit. Then, it'll never work out. That was a confirmation because I had recently come to the realization of this anyway, with seeing things in my woman that I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful. And getting up this rising and seeing Proverbs 31 from Dr. Yaki Awakening, him talking about it, it just confirms it. It was a confirmation. And if you're the type of man or woman, but especially the type of man that you're about, you just high value, you got ideas, man. You pushing for shit that people can't even comprehend. You know what I'm saying? You a goddamn Steve Jobs. You a Mark Zuckerberg. You a fucking I don't even like Steve Harvey, but you a Steve Harvey. You know, you are you just fucking on your shit. You got, you know, you a Rick Ross. Rick Ross about to be a billionaire. I don't even like Rick Ross like that. But if you just like a motherfucker, you know, I don't even like Jay-Z, but let's say Jay-Z. If you just like a motherfucker that you just on your shit, you can't be with no regular bitch. You cannot be with no regular bitch. You gotta have a Beyonce. I don't even like Beyonce, but you know, you gotta have a woman that's just fucking so on her shit, man, that it's like, you know, y'all just powerful. Otherwise, a motherfucker gonna hold you back. And it's the same with a woman. You can't be with no regular dude. A regular dude is just gonna hold you back. That's why a lot of us on this level, like how I am, male or female, we can't be with regular people, man. Regular people just gonna hold us back. Regular motherfuckers just gonna hold us back. You know what I'm saying? Then you outgrow them. You know, you try to see, you know, hope in people, like, you know, this motherfucker, they on these shit. But then you realize, nah, they just talk. They ain't really about this shit. And I'm not talking about people that's physically broken, like, you know, they don't have money. I'm talking about people that's emotionally broken, psychologically broken. You know, that's the brokenness I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because you'll take a motherfucker have money. I've known women to have money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and lose it. It's 6 months, a year, a couple years. Lose all of it. Because they're emotionally and psychologically broken. They're broken. They don't know how to make that money grow like that. Then I've known women take nothing, zero, nothing, living in the fucking hotel. The lady was living in a fucking hotel, and she just started making t-shirts. She got a little thing and made t-shirts and was selling them on the streets with her baby and on the internet and shit. Now the lady became a millionaire. A millionaire. That other lady, Slutty Vegan, started Slutty Vegan in Atlanta, started that from nothing. All right, she started that from nothing. You got women out here, even men out here that start something huge, millions and billions from nothing. And you got motherfuckers, you get them $1 million, $100,000, and they'll lose it all. They'll lose it all in no time. So I'm talking about the people that can take nothing and make something. I'm not talking about people that you give them some shit and they gonna lose it anyway. All right? I would take a woman that's fucking homeless in a fucking shelter with virtue, with ambition, with drive, over a woman that's a millionaire right now. She's already a millionaire. She just inherited millions, or she just retired from her job and got millions. I'll take the woman that got the millions and go take her money and go build it with the woman that have drive and ambition that's living in a homeless shelter. That's why a lot of people wonder why a decent person be with a broke person, because that broke person have the drive, they have the ability, they have everything. They just need somebody to really push them. That's why you see a lot of white women get with broke dudes. You're like, damn, you know, why these Pookie and Ray Rays get with these broke dudes? Because a lot of these white women see the potential in black men. They see the fucking potential in black men, and they know how to, like this white lady, she got with a dude. The dude was in prison and she got with him. Soon as he got out of prison, she helped him start a trucking company. Now that dude making millions of dollars out of prison. That white woman set him up. She set him up. I think that's why you got dudes like Jamie Foxx. He only been with white women. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy like light-skinned women and white women. Now he with a white woman. A lot of dudes, you know, get with women because they get with white women because I'm not gonna lie, I could see how a white woman can help you get in places and doors, you know what I'm saying, a black woman can't get you. You see what I'm saying? Even Robert Smith, he got a white woman. A lot of these black billionaires, they got white women. You know what I'm saying? That's strategic. And the white women get with the black men too. That's strategic. When the black man dies, she get all that wealth. When the black man dies, she get all that wealth. It's all strategic, man. You see what I'm saying? But the black man say, fuck it, while I'm alive, man, this white woman gonna open fucking doors for me I could never get in. And he's like, my black baby's gonna, take over. You see what I'm saying? He just makes sure his black babies take over. Of course, the wife gonna get half, but the other half go to his black babies. You see what I'm saying? And hopefully his black babies get with, melanin, high melanin people, so-called black people, and they just keep the party going. You see what I'm saying? But when you got that drive, man, when you got that passion, when the spirit of God done put something in you to build, you can't fuck with no fuckery. You can't fuck with no trifling ass hoes, no trifling ass bitch ass dudes. You just can't, man. You just can't. And I just come to that realization. And even my woman now, man, like she like, I tell her certain things, she tighten up right away. She tighten up right. Okay, baby. And she tell me, she like, baby, just keep me in check. Just keep me, just keep on with me like this because I need this. I need accountability partner. And when she told me that and I saw it, she meant it. I'm like, wow, where have you been all my fucking life, bitch? You know what I'm saying? You tell a bitch, wash her ass, cook clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple shit. Bitches be having whole fucking attitudes. Whole fucking attitudes. Over simple shit. You know what I'm saying? You get a woman, man, you don't even have to tell her to cook and clean and wash her ass. You don't even have to tell her to, hey babe, let's think of some ideas and shit. She already like, babe, look at this idea and all that type of shit, man. Let's work and make some money, but then take that money and go start this business over here, that business over there. You know what I'm saying? When she's like, okay, we gonna go work for this trucking company and learn the whole trucking business, but we gonna get a fleet of trucks. We gonna get a fleet of trucks, have our own trucking company corporation. When you got a woman that thinks like that, she's not thinking about staying on no fucking job 20, 30, 40 years. Time you get old, you can't even enjoy that shit. When you got a woman that like to get out here and get it with you, when you got a woman that you know what I'm saying, is just like you in that way, man, you got a winner. But an entrepreneurial type of person cannot be with a employee minded type of person. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Entrepreneur, honest entrepreneur type of person cannot be with a scamming ass person, employee mind person. An employee minded person need to get with an employee minded person. I see a lot of employee minded couples together all the time, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They do great. They do great together. Even if it's a stay at home mom, dad, and the other one work, like Sarah Palin. Her husband stays at home with the babies while she works in politics. You know what I'm saying? That works too. Scammers, you got people that scam. You got pimps. Pimping ain't nothing but a scam. Hoes, that ain't nothing but scamming. So, pimp hoe relationship, that works too. Scammers, they just work together. That's all that is. A lot of these women think they be scamming dudes out of money and shit like that. That man is fucking you. That man is taking your solar energy. That man is taking your virtue. You ain't gonna be no good for no decent type of man by the time all these men done pay their money to suck their virtue out of you and slut you out. You think a lot of women feel like they getting over, even men, prostitutes, whatever, feel like they getting over. They gave me $1,000 for some ass. Man, they done took millions and millions out of your soul. Out of your fucking soul. You know what I'm saying? Look at Anna Nicole Smith, got all that money and ended up on drugs even harder. Anna Nicole Smith, perfect example, man. Perfect example. Because everybody you sleep with take a part of your soul. I don't. People be like, "Oh, that didn't count. That I use a condom." A condom only might protect you from STD and getting pregnant, and I said might. Okay, might. As men, we could tell you it's a lot of times we've used condom and still feel it itching afterwards. Still feel it itching. That's why I say might. Okay, how many, as a man, we could tell you how many condoms done busted on us and women got pregnant anyway. So might protect you. All right? But nothing gonna protect you from that soul to soul exchange. Nothing, oh, it was just some heads. Let me tell you, even a kiss, even an intimate touch, you let somebody touch you in a way that just sucks your soul. A man or a person ever touch your butt or your private part and you just like, ooh, and you felt like a part of your soul left your body. That person just got what they needed out of you. They just got what they needed out of you. They just laying in a bed where you say, oh, we just gonna lay here. Like there's this new thing where you could pay somebody just lay in a bed with you. That ain't nothing but some vampire shit. You shouldn't be laying in a bed holding anybody, doing anything intimate with anybody that you don't want to build a long-term relationship with. All this one-night stand shit, does is suck your soul. That's all it does. People wonder why they can't get ahead in life because you running around here making all these people suck your soul, suck your solar energy. That's why you can't get right. You done got one-night stands every weekend. All this time bad shit's happening to you, losing your jobs, you got to go back to school. You 50 years old, still in the same situation like you was in your 20s and your teens. You ain't grow no better. Because all you doing is giving people your soul. That's all you're doing. Keep giving people your solar energy, which is what you need to build, to grow, to be fruitful and multiply. It's what you need. You see what I'm saying? But anyhow, man, Proverbs 31, man. Proverbs, like I say, I'm not no Bible thumper or anything like that, but the esoteric knowledge in the Bible is what we need, man. It's what we need. It's what we need. Get in the mastermind, man. The life coaching and land mastermind. Remember, even in Proverbs 31, it tells you she considers the land and buys it. Matter of fact, got the Bible right here, Proverbs 31. I'm going to go to Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. She considers the land and buys it. When he read that part, I was like, let me look this shit up. I'm going to read it to y'all. I don't know what version Bible this is, but she considers the land and buys it. I'm actually pull over just to read this to y'all. Hold on, let me pull over in this toxic ass Bojangles restaurant just to read this to y'all. She considers the land and buys it. Okay. I don't know what version of Bible this is, but what the hell? I just lost a page. Hold on now. Psalms, Proverbs 31. People call it the wrong fucking time. Hey bro, I can call you right back. Oh shit. All right, Proverbs 31. Dang. Let me get out the way of this person. Okay, Proverbs 31. The saying of King Lee, a spirit. Okay, here it is. The voice of the wife of a noble character. A wife of a noble character who can find she is worth far more than rubies. And if you know, back then rubies was like way more than gold. You know what I'm saying? Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. Gotta be a woman that the man has full confidence in her. Like Gucci Man, he left like $250,000 with his wife, something like that, and she turned into like 2 million. He married her. When he got out of jail, he left that money with her and she multiplied it. He married her. And I went to school with her. I know her. Gucci Man, shout out to you for not being dumb and letting her go. She bring him good, not harm. Okay, all you bitches be getting into shit, and then expect your man to defend you wearing short skirts and crazy clothes, and niggas come at you, and then you expect your man to defend you. That's bringing your man harm. Okay, she brings him no harm, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and work with eagle hands. She is like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night, meaning early. You know, she get up real early. She provides food for her family and portions for her family servants. I'm gonna tell you another thing. Bitches that cook but don't clean, or they dirty ass chefs, they kitchen be so fucking dirty. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly neither. Cause bitches be like, I cook, but they don't fucking clean, man. Bitches do not fucking clean. Okay. She is okay. She considereth a field and she buys it. Oh my God. This what got me. This what got me right here. She considers a field and buys it. She considers a field and buys it. She looks at land and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So when she get her little money, she plants food, vineyard. She gets about her work vigorously. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading, man, go ahead and read that, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. That's my new favorite scripture. One of my new favorite scriptures. And man, shout out to Dr. Yaki Awakening, man. I love this brother. This brother put me up on so much game. Now he done put me up on game as far as women. And look at this toxic shit, man. This woman got this fucking toxic shit. Look at this. The biggest fucking bucket of fucking Bojangles, man. This shit is... A bitch buy me a fucking bucket of Bojangles like that, I'm gonna throw that shit in her fucking face. I swear to God. Fucking poison. That's why you see a lot of these men die and the woman's still alive. I would never be with a woman that's a widow. Never. And she'd be like, oh, my husband died. I'm going to say, how did he die? Oh, health issues, whatever. I don't want that bitch because I already know she was feeding him trash. She was feeding him trash. She was feeding him trash ass food. I already know. But anyhow, man, I love y'all. Get in the mastermind. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. Love y'all. Peace. 754-229-0940. Dragon Manifesto. Dragon L Manifesto, Life and Land University.